Ever wondered how massive greenhouses grow thousands of perfect tomatoes, all looking identical? The secret isn't magic, it's precision. And one of the most precise methods in modern agriculture is the hydroponic drip system. It's not about flooding plants with water or suspending their roots in a deep pool. It's about a steady, measured delivery of nutrients, drop by drop, exactly where they're needed. In hydroponics, drip systems are masters of control and scale. They're used everywhere, from huge commercial farms to small, clever setups in a spare room. The idea is brilliantly simple. Your plants sit in individual pots filled with a neutral growing medium, like coconut coir or perlite. A network of thin tubes runs from a central reservoir to each plant. A slow, steady drip begins right at the base of each plant. The solution soaks into the medium, bathing the roots. Any excess water drains away, and then the pump shuts off. What makes drip systems so powerful is the control you get at the individual plant level. Each little emitter or dripper can be set to a specific flow rate. You can monitor each pot separately and adjust the watering schedule based on how big the plant is or what stage of growth it is in. There are two main flavors of drip systems. The first is a recirculating system. Here, the extra nutrient solution that drains from the pots flows right back into the main reservoir to be used again. This is great for saving water and nutrients. The second type is called a non-recirculating or run-to-waste system. In this setup, the excess solution drains away and is discarded. It uses more water and nutrients, but it also reduces the risk of nutrient imbalances or spreading disease. Since the plants get a fresh batch of solution every single time, drip systems are fantastic for larger fruiting plants. Think about juicy tomatoes, crisp peppers, cucumbers, and sweet strawberries. These plants love the stability that a container of growing medium provides for their extensive root systems. Because the nutrients are delivered right to the root zone. The plants aren't competing with each other for food and water like they might in other systems. Each plant has its own personal space, its own dedicated drip line, and its own feeding schedule. It's like a personalized meal plan for every single plant. The timing of these drip cycles is absolutely critical. For young plants, you might use short, frequent drips to keep the moisture consistent without drowning the delicate roots. For larger, more mature plants, you might switch to longer but less frequent watering cycles. You also have to factor in your environment. If it's hot and dry, you'll need to water more often to combat evaporation. In a cooler, more humid room, you can ease up a bit. The goal is to find that perfect balance. The growing medium should never be a swamp, but it should never completely dry out either. Between each drip cycle, something amazing happens. Air fills all the tiny spaces between the particles of the growing medium. This is vital because roots need oxygen to breathe, just like we do. Without enough oxygen, roots weaken and become vulnerable to disease. Drip systems excel at maintaining this delicate balance between moisture and air, which is the foundation for strong, healthy, and resilient plants. One of the biggest advantages of drip systems is how easily they can scale up. For a small home setup, you can have one little pump feeding just a handful of plants. But in a massive commercial greenhouse, you can have the same basic system feeding thousands of plants across acres of land. They use pressure regulators to make sure every plant gets the same amount of water, no matter how far it is from the pump, and filters to prevent the tiny emitters from getting clogged. Everything is automated, with sensors monitoring the nutrient solution and making real-time adjustments. This incredible precision is why commercial growers love it. They can create custom nutrient recipes for different growth stages, giving seedlings one formula and flowering plants another, and apply those changes instantly across the entire crop. Of course, with great precision comes great responsibility. Drip systems need regular maintenance. The most common headache is a clogged emitter. Minerals from the water or tiny bits of debris can block the tubes, starving a plant of water and nutrients. So, regular cleaning and good filtration are non-negotiable. You also have to manage your reservoir carefully. In a recirculating system, the nutrient levels and pH can change as the plants feed. You need to monitor the pH, keeping it in that sweet spot between 5.5 and 6.5, and use an EC meter to check the nutrient strength. If the solution gets too strong or too weak, your plants will suffer. Run-to-waste systems simplify this a bit, but at the cost of using more resources. You also have a lot of flexibility when it comes to what you grow your plants in. Coconut coir is a popular choice because it holds moisture well, but still allows for good aeration. Perlite is super lightweight and provides excellent drainage. Rockwool offers a uniform structure that's easy to work with. The medium you choose will influence how you set up your watering schedule. Drip systems are also incredibly adaptable to different climates. In hot, dry areas, they minimize water loss from evaporation. In humid places, the precise timing prevents the roots from staying too wet and developing rot. We even see them in high-tech vertical farms, where plants are stacked in layers under LED lights. Each level gets its own network of drip lines, creating an ultra-efficient, multi-story ecosystem. This method also pairs perfectly with a strategy called fertigation, which is just a fancy word for delivering fertilizer through your irrigation system. In hydroponics, that's the whole game. With automated dosing pumps, growers can tweak their nutrient formulas on a daily or even hourly basis. This level of customization is how they achieve such amazing growth and consistent quality. And let's talk about water efficiency. Compared to traditional farming and soil, hydroponic drip systems are in a league of their own. They dramatically reduce runoff and evaporation because the water goes exactly where it is needed, and almost none is wasted. This is becoming more and more important as water becomes a scarcer resource around the world. Now it's not all sunshine and roses. Drip systems rely on technology. You need electricity for the pumps, timers to control the cycles, and sensors for monitoring. If the power goes out or a pump fails, your plants can be in big trouble fast. That's why commercial operations always have backup systems in place. Despite the technical side, drip systems are one of the most popular hydroponic methods for a reason. They're flexible, scalable, and incredibly precise, working just as well for a hobbyist at home as for a massive agricultural enterprise. At its heart, the drip system follows a simple, elegant principle. Plants don't need to be overwhelmed. They need consistency, a steady supply, a measured flow. Drop by drop, life unfolds. Leaves expand, stems get stronger, and fruits begin to form. Each drip is a tiny act of support, reinforcing the fundamental connection between water, nutrients, and life. In that quiet, steady rhythm of droplets, entire harvests are born and sustained. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of growing.